yeah, since you can still see the awesome artwork being completed on the screen in front of you, I'm gonna maybe talk a little bit about Blade Devil. Well, what it is, where it's going, answer some questions from you guys, because I know some people have had questions. So, yeah, I guess long story short, the story itself, in case you couldn't tell, it's going to be a fantasy action and lots of sexy ladies, because why not? So if you want your strong, independent, empowered whammons that usually don't need no man, but she's not a Mary Sue. Ashiara here, she does have to rely on other people for certain things, and that's actually one of the big parts of the character, too, because this is a part of her quest to hunt down one of the most powerful beings in existence so she can free her sister from a fate worse than death. But while her quarry is one of the most powerful beings in existence, she herself is pretty much a normal person. She's got no magical ability whatsoever, no super strength. She's about as strong as you can get for a normal person. But that's not good enough in a world of fantasy where you got demons and dragons and shit like that all over the place. So her only hope of even standing a chance is, she's got to make some sacrifices, make some deals with the devil. So, yeah, she... this pretty much becomes one of the main points of the plot right there, where she has to think sometimes. I may be screwed otherwise. Do I have to make another sacrifice? Do I have to give something else up that I can never get back to keep going? And it's almost like a little balancing act. How far can she go before she loses too much to be able to continue her quest? And she needs to know that. So, yeah, for influences, there's a lot of, obviously, Land of the Lustrous, you could probably tell that. I mean, I've actually had this story in mind way longer than that, but I did implement a bunch of, little character, character traits and quirks, kind of like from Phosphophyllite in Land of the Lustrous. You remember Phos's story started out as, the weakest, most useless member of the gems, and eventually became the strongest while in the process losing her soul, effectively. So that's kind of the theme here. But also, when it comes to just visuals, there's obviously a huge Akira Toriyama influence going on right there. And then when it comes to, when it comes to setting, a lot of Claymore and Berserk. There's a lot of influences there, setting and tone. Although tone, if you like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, man, it may take a little while to get into full effect, but there's a lot of that too. So if you actually take the story of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and you look at it, the world these characters live in is horrible. Horrible, evil, bad stuff happens to everybody all the time. It's actually pretty dark and depressing, the world these characters live in. But the characters themselves are so over the top and flamboyant that they kind of balance out the dark world they live in, and it makes it a lot more accessible. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of characters that aren't just sitting around being emo. Yeah, that's been the fad with a lot of these settings. If the setting is dark, all the characters are just dark and brooding and slitting their wrists all the time. Nah. And I actually did that. I did that first just to troll one of my real-life friends, because in our D&D group, he always made the edgelord characters. Always had the most horrible dark pasts imaginable, and then acted like it, or acted accordingly. So I, just to mess with him, created a character who had a much darker past than his, but he got over it. And he's just trying to, he's trying to live for the future, not living in the past. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of that. So, yeah, Ashiara, she is the Blade Devil, so she's the main character. But she's not a Mary Sue. She does actually have a lot of life or death situations, including in the first book, where she actually has to get help, or she has to be helped, has to get saved. She may be powerful now, thanks to her demonic pact, but she's still not invincible. She's still just a person. And yeah, it's just going to be the story of how she finally goes around and, is she going to be able to free her sister? Is she going to rescue her? Or is she just going to fall into darkness? And yeah, thank you, everybody. Perfect, man. Yeah, RGE Epic trolling. Well, when am I not? When am I not, man? So that's pretty much what I'm going to say about it now. And yeah, if you guys got any questions, I'm going to hang out in the chat for a couple minutes. I mean, stream's not even 2 hours long yet, so yeah, I'm going to go cut up with some shekels, then I'm going to scroll through the chat and maybe answer some questions. Alrighty, so I did see a few come in, just got to refresh the correct tab. Boomerang it up. Alright, and Hatework, thank you for the $10. And again, awesome avatar. I was just about to send this super chat to ask about the story. Solid artwork, looking forward for more. Oh, there's gonna be, man. The only thing that's gonna stop this now is if, like, one of us dies. Like, that's about it. That's all that's gonna stop it. And Forever229, thank you for the 5. Sounds like a reverse Dororo. In a way, yeah. See, that's as is implied by the artwork, right? They and you could even see the one working at now how she's got that glove on her arm that on the previous page she was just using as a tentacle monster. She's already given up that arm, or at least a part of it. But she still has it, right? So that's where the trade-off comes in. She can use the demonic power to grow, to have another arm grown out that she's already fed him. But that takes energy, which means she has to feed more. So the more she loses, the more she has to consume. And by, of course, I mean souls. The more she has to consume to just maintain a human form, things are going to get pretty hard for her. Yeah. And it also doesn't help that the people who offer the most nutrition, so to speak, are the people she refuses to kill, like innocent humans, basically. But all the tougher things she ends up fighting give back next to nothing. So yeah, she's having a pretty rough time. Pretty dang rough time, man. Yeah, and was it Rising Ground 3? Thank you for the 2. What the heritage with the headband she wear? No, well, pretty much everything about her we're going to get into. I actually haven't put too much thought into the headband itself. That was just a design decision. But the eye, the left glove, the gem, the fur on her clothing, that's all of that's got a story behind it. The earrings as well. Yeah, but the headband is just like the boots and the gloved gauntlet and the spiked gauntlet and all that. It's really just part of the outfit. Although we may add more, man. We may add more. Yeah. Oh, thank you for showing us the process. Yeah. I was talking with my artist earlier, and he was like, "Oh man, no one's gonna want to see this boring shit." Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That's the thing. She's actually from the Hidden Leaf Village. That's yeah. Damn it, man. You just spoiled that shit. The entire fucking Naruto tie-in we were gonna spend years building up to is now gone. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Throw RGE a phoenix down. Jeez, that would be funny. Yeah. What's the story about the dual-colored eyes? I'm not going to tell you what that is now, but you're going to see it in the first book. That's explained right away, like pretty quickly. You're going to see it. There's not going to be any mystery there for long. Like, all I'm going to say now is that that's pretty much a symbol of her demonic pact. Yeah. Believe it. That's right. Headband, +2 to cute, +2 to head warmth, +1 to vision. That's right. You want to see the fur beneath her clothing, if you know what I mean? Oh. Well, we're, Indiegogo and Kickstarter both have allowed, at least topless. I don't know if they have any complete nudes in there, but they've allowed topless covers of other comics, so gonna have to do that, man. Yeah, Area 51 survivor. Yeah, that explains the eyes. Yup. She's the daughter of Boruto. Yeah, that's right. Everyone's spoiling the fucking Naruto tie-ins. Good job, man. Now we're gonna have to tie it into One Piece instead, which is fine, because I actually like One Piece better. Yeah, the next Hokage. That's right. Oh man, seems self-explanatory. Yeah, yeah. She got scratched in the eye by a space cat. Yeah, yeah, that's right. No, she got the Luke Cage treatment. That's what happened. Jeez. Yeah, when's the first book coming out? Approximate time? Well, that actually depends on a lot of factors. We're probably going to launch the campaign in March of next year. But as to when it comes out after that, I mean, dude, if we just break it, if we just get to the top of the charts and just all of our expectations get smashed, you'll probably get it pretty quickly then, because even adding extra pages of stretch goals, I mean, especially my artist, I mean, I'm not that important at this stage anymore. Yeah. Dang it, now you spoiled that one too. I mean, she's the next Straw Hat Pirate. Dang it. But yeah, I'm not that necessary at this stage anymore, but if we make enough so that my artist could do this as a full-time job, you'll get it pretty quick. It's coming next year. But when next year? Yeah, I mean, whether it's at the beginning or towards the end, I guess it depends on how much time he's got to do this. Because like you've seen on this stream, I mean, remember, this guy, he's got a full-time job. He's doing awesome work like this on the side as a hobby. So it's going to take a little bit longer than usual just because of that. But that's why we're waiting longer. So we want to be within a few months of launching after we launch the campaign. Yeah, the Queen of the Pirates, exactly. Yeah, she looking for One Piece. Well, no, maybe she was the One Piece. She's what Luffy found. Yeah. The ultimate prize. Alrighty, just refresh there. Oh, Grunt, thank you for the 5. Wait, can she summon a phoenix? That would fit her very well. She can't do anything magical. Although that doesn't mean she's not going to have magic items that can't do certain things. You see that gem? It's good for a lot of stuff. That bag, her bag, yeah, she's got a magic bag. You'll find out about that later. Magic sword as well. Yeah, so she herself, not very... I mean, she is kind of a normal person, although a demonic possessed one. So she does have some pretty... She's got a few demonic abilities through the demon she made a contract with. But outside of that, I mean, she could get an item to summon a phoenix, potentially. She does have someone who's, giving her these items. That's all going to be explained later as well, yeah. One piece of ass, that's right. She has the Dragon Balls, yeah. Oh, a one-piece swimsuit, you say? Oh, yeah, and she is a couple 100 years old, but still look good in a school swimsuit, I would say, yeah. Did she stock up on the Sacred Ointment? Oh, definitely. Now, that has to be a thing now. In the eventual game, Sacred Ointment's going to have to be the healing item. Yeah. Does the gem help with Pizarine? No, if anything, it would get in the way. It will make it a more risky endeavor. Yeah. That's right. She's a fighter with magic items. Effectively, other than the demonic possession, and as I just kind of explained, she really doesn't want to use the demonic power more than she needs to. So effectively, yeah. I mean, in a world of high fantasy, she's not that powerful overall. But that's part of the challenge. Especially when you consider that who she's going after is one of the most powerful beings around. Yeah. Oh, demon power plus magic sword equals Futanari. There's going to be plenty of Rule 34 Fuda, I can guarantee it. There's no way that there's not going to be the eventual Fuda porn. Yeah. What is the Sacred Ointment? Oh, that's what you apply in the rear. Man, some people still haven't seen that, huh? Nice. No, Sacred Ointment should be max heal, max party heal if there's going to be allies. Yeah, with its own animation too, yeah. Yeah, where are all her sidekicks? Well, no, she starts out alone, but actually picks some up as she goes. So, the first few encounters, I mean, there's going to be some allies. And no, I don't mean in the male feminist variety, but there's going to be some allies that she's going to be fighting alongside the first couple of encounters. But after that, yeah, she's gonna move on to her next destination with a few minions in tow. And I'm thinking it'd be kind of like Samurai Jack, where her entourage changes as the story progresses. So, some people stay behind, new ones join, old ones come back and rejoin. Yeah, but she's the main character of this arc, although her story does already have a planned ending. And after that, it's really just going to be prequels and continuing with other characters, really. I hope I can make it that far. I'll still be doing this like 20 years from now if I can. Definitely. Yeah, any White Knights? Yeah, they're probably not going to live very long. But yeah. Sacred ointment applied directly to the rear. That's right. Oh, reminds me of the Bastard anime. Oh, that's another good example. Yeah, Bastard was hilarious. Man, so yeah. Yeah, I guess, again, all the stuff I was pulling inspiration from. Like, yeah, Land of the Lustrous, obviously. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Berserk. Claymore. All kinds of stuff in there, man. Oh, and DeWalt, thank you for the 5. Is her demon the same one that Billy from It's a Gundam summoned? Oh, no, not that. I actually put a teaser of the demon out on my channel or on my Twitter page earlier. I'm going to repost it because I deleted it when I was nuking some old tweets. So it's just good practice in current year. Unless you're always perfectly under control and you never post anything controversial, just there's a service called Tweet Delete that it will delete all tweets older than 1, 2, 3 months old, however you said it. Just by default, it's like I think it's either a nightly or a weekly basis. It runs by and deletes all your old tweets. So in current year, like you saw what they did to that guy who gave $1 million to a charity. They dug back 8 years into his past to find something he said that was controversial just to get him deplatformed. That's what they're going to do to you too. So just delete everything old, especially Twitter. Fucking Twitter. Does anyone even see a tweet that's over a week old anymore? Unless it's still viral and being retweeted? Just nuke that shit, man. Do it for your own good. Yeah. Milady. White Knight's special weapon should be the snack tray shield. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that's right. It could double as the snack tray when you show up to the orgy. Yeah. That's right. Man. Oh, are you going to berserk it and release a volume every 15 years? I don't know if we could release that fast. That's pushing it. Maybe 16. We can maybe manage 16 years. Yeah, that depends. I mean, artwork of this quality takes a lot of time. So it really depends on if we can make enough shekels so that he can do this for a living. I don't have to be honestly, I could do my part. I'm doing it right now, kind of. I'm the writer and the marketing and sales department, basically. And I'm also going to take care of all the business shit, like getting it printed, shipped out, and all that. I could do all of that as long as it's only one book anyway, and still keep my job. So I'd be more than willing to give a bigger, like much bigger cut to him so he could quit his and make more of this. Because, yeah, he's the one that has the high quality work that takes all the time. Yeah, especially at this phase of the project. I'm not the one that needs to dedicate 16 hours a day to it to get it out in a decent time. So if we make enough money so that at least he can do this for a living, then yeah, you're going to be getting it. We're hoping at least once a year. But that's that's the pipe dream. That's the full-time job right there. Yeah. Was it the LP2200? Thank you for the 5. Plan on making any fun little author cameos in your work? Yeah, I mentioned that before. If we do any, I already have an idea for what mine would be, and it's pretty much a comic relief villain. Yeah. Maybe not to the level of the mid-boss in Disgaea, but close enough, yeah. And Black D Dragon, thank you for the €2. That reporter that dug 8 years got fired. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, there was so much backlash for what they did to that guy who dared give money to a children's hospital that I don't know if he got fired or if he resigned. But yeah, the newspaper cut ties with that alleged reporter, which I fully support in this case. Because when you go into the point where you're doxing people and ruining people's lives, you're not a reporter. You're just a troll with a big platform at that point. But then they also try to make excuses like, oh, this was just regular investigative journalism. Like, no, it's not. Like, oh, here's a guy giving $1 million to a children's hospital. Let's dig through 1, 2, 3, 4. Found nothing. 5, 6, 7. Still nothing. 8 years into his past to dig up some dirt on him. Is that something a responsible journalist would do? No. They're doing it just to ruin people's lives so they could have a power trip. I mean, I hope that the person who did that got fired. I hope it wasn't just told to resign. Like, I hope it was an actual firing, but I don't know. Yeah, from Eggman, thank you for the 10. When I get a good PC and laptop, I intend to make a good dark fantasy game. Yeah, dark fantasy is criminally rare these days. Oh, that's another reason I wanted to put in. Yeah, that's another reason I went with this genre. There'll be plenty of bad endings for both good guys and gals. Wink, wink. Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. Or are you going to make it like Twisted Metal, where there's a very few good characters in Twisted Metal, but they always get the most horrible endings, and meanwhile the villains get the awesome endings? And Bojack D, thank you for the 5. So, will there be any Dragon Pacts? Dragon Pacts are my favorite back in the D&D days. Red Dragon, Disciple for Life. Wait, were you playing 4th edition? Or did they have 3.5 or did they have 3.5 supplements for those? I mean, honestly, I never really played a Warlock until 4th edition, so I didn't pay too much attention. Yeah. God, no, my favorite 3.5 was the Tome of Battle, because that finally brought melee classes up to par with the casters. Because before the Tome of Battle, like, nobody played a melee class unless you wanted a challenge. It was casters are where it's at. I mean, among min-maxers anyway. But then the Tome of Battle came out, and ooh boy. Yeah. So yeah, dark fantasy is a criminally underrepresented genre, yeah. So I mean, people were saying that, oh, fantasy never really sells. Like, have you seen manga? Have you seen Berserk? Like, no. That's just It's corporate speak right there. This is what happens when corporations run industries, honestly. All they do is copy each other. As soon as one lucks out and gets a success, for the next decade, that's the only thing we ever get. So few companies, even few individuals are willing to take the risk on something new. So yeah, we're like, fine, let's go dark fantasy. But with very, very hot chicks and boobies. So basically heavy metal. I mean, was heavy metal really that unpopular back in the day? I don't think so. Yeah. Conan is still popular now. Yeah, from Eggman, thank you, another 5. It'll be like the old Elder Scrolls, but with some Dragon's Dogma tone. Oh, both of those series are good. Although Dragon's Dogma, they should have just made another regular game instead of an MMO. That was a mistake. I want to make something badass and appealing from people who like dark fantasy. Well, hopefully your passion carries through, man. Because that's what it is. Like I said in that video, the clip I posted yesterday, I believe the main reason SJWs rarely shill their own stuff and even get offended when you dare imply that they probably should be, it's because they don't actually care. Now, you've probably experienced this at jobs before, too. I've had both types of job. I've actually had jobs that I cared about. And then I've had I'm just doing this for a paycheck job. And looking back at how motivated I was and how much effort I put into each of those jobs, it's obvious. If I actually care, I'm willing to put in extra effort and I'm willing to go all the way. If I'm just doing it for a paycheck, if this is just the best I could do for now, I'm putting in just enough efforts to not get fired. And it shows in the quality of work. Yeah, so all of these SJWs are just churning out shit, or actually even some of them. Maybe they don't care. Like, yeah, I'm finally writing Spider-Man, but I really don't care about Spider-Man. I just want the clout that comes with it. I just wanted to finally get the attention, get the praise for making the achievement. Yeah, maybe they really don't care about the characters they're writing, so they're not going to talk about it. Oh, so the Dragon's Dogma MMO getting shut down this December. Yeah. So if you guys want a reminder of why you don't spend money on microtransactions or online-only games, there it is. And this is coming from somebody who paid for a WoW sub for like 10 years. So I know. And WoW isn't even shut down. It just kind of died to me. And Zyklon Butterfly, I think another 5. Wikipost quantum cryptography. Or cryptography, yeah. Yeah, once quantum computers actually become a common feature, there's going to have to be special quantum computer proof. Encryption? Yeah. Yeah, so things are going to be getting interesting for sure. All right, where am I? Let me see Streamlabs here. Oh, okay, I'm all caught up there too. Cool. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Conan is canonically in the same universe as Lovecraft's works. Technically Conan is was the Arborean Age? Isn't that actually didn't they work that in to be like sometime way, way far in the past of like regular Earth history as well? Like technically the whole Conan mythos took place in the distant past, a long time ago, in a galaxy right here on our planet. Yeah. Detective Conan. That's right. Or Case Closed as it's known here. Man, how long until that kid grows up? I don't know. I guess just like South Park, they're not going to grow up either. Yeah. Oh, your game is problematic and outdated till they steal the idea and shove progressive nonsense into it. Yeah. No, that's something funny with the NPCs. They actually come out with a straight face and say stupid shit like, all of this old stuff didn't age well. It's too problematic. This would never fly in current year. And then the next day, I don't understand why nobody wants to buy our new stuff and is just getting the old stuff instead. It's almost as if the old stuff aged better than you thought. It's just you personally don't like it. But you're in the fraction of a percent. Most people like it. So quit trying to force your ideology on everybody else and maybe you'll make money. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're giving you something you want. Like, this is something you actually want to see. Oh, looks like he's starting on the sunshine now. Haha, perfect. Not so close up with the dead body in the back, too. Yeah, it aged better than them, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the Hyborian Age. Literally the establishing paragraph, yeah. That's right. You're working on a few stories right now. I plan to have connected by themes of being unable to die. They're all semi-connected, but also disconnected. Oh, go play the 3 Xenosaga games if you want a good example of that. Like, one of the on-again, off-again villains, like Albedo, yeah, that was his whole thing. Like, he wasn't really evil. He was just crazy. That's because he realized he was immortal and he can't die, and everyone else around him is dying and gonna die. And I think, Ziggy said something like death is rest for the soul. So if you can't die, life is basically a prison. So yeah, he kind of got fucked. Like, he wasn't really evil. He was just fucking insane. Yeah. For Megman said, I see your second super chat. I did, actually. The one where you're talking about Dragon's Dogma and Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I got it. That's why the chat started talking about it. Unless there was another one I missed. Let me just refresh. Yeah, I remember reading that one. Ooh, Nuzlocke Nate, thank you for the 20. Sweet. Wait, is that who's that as your avatar? Is that DSP? No, that's not DSP. Uh, Angry Joe? Nah. I can't wait for your comic. I definitely recommend Code Vein. Saw it pop up on Steam. No regrets so far. Yeah, I was thinking about getting it, but then with all this Denuvo shit going on, now I'll wait until it's confirmed whether or not the version of Denuvo they're using is the super horrible one I heard came out recently. And honestly, I'm probably not going to play it now anyway. That's the thing. I'm actually kind of busy, so I'll definitely pick it up on sale, though. That looked like something I would have wanted. It's just, I don't play as many games as I used to. Once you start making shit instead of just consuming it, you have less time, unfortunately. But the fact that Code Vein's been triggering all the NPCs is good. But I've actually heard some pretty, bad things from our side about it, though. Like how they reused a whole bunch of assets from God Eater 3. Like, oh, is that really worth $60 if they're just asset flipping? Like, so actually now you guys tell me, those of you who bought the game, is it true? Did they really pretty much just take God Eater 3 and just reskin it a little bit? Kind of like how Ubisoft has been using the same map for a few Far Cry iterations. Because that's what I'm kind of worried about. Most people are buying it for the character creator alone. Yeah, that does look good. But, and then I'm considering that Bandai Namco they have a history of censorship on the PC now, too. They left out an entire fucking, what was a pre-order bonus pretty much everywhere but the US. They left out that fucking hot springs scene in One Piece, was it World Eater? Something like that. Yeah, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on Code Vein until it's 100% verified there's not been any censorship. Because I don't fucking trust them. Yeah. Man. Yeah, what can you do when you reach the afterlife? I imagine it would be boring. Yeah, that's one of those things where I think the Buddhists and all them, anyone who believes in reincarnation, I mean, technically, if your memories are erased, you, as you know it, are gone. But at least you won't get bored. Yeah, humans aren't designed to live forever. Yeah. Oh, and from Eggman, thank you for another 5. I'm sick of how fantasy these days pussyfoots around the horrible stuff. The worst they'll depict is murder feels inorganic as the world. Yeah. Yeah, it's because of current year. Yeah, you can show all the murder you want and as gory as you want, and nobody bats an eye. But as soon as you get even slightly realistic and depict slavery and rape, the NPC media is coming for your life. Yeah. Oh, and Nuzlocke Nate, thank you for another 10. Profile pic is me. Oh, that one's actually... Oh, that is hilarious, though. Yeah, never played God Eater 3, sadly, so I couldn't tell you. I just love the combat so far. I never saw any promos for it, just found it on my own. Well, it's been promoted a lot in locations where weebs congregate. But obviously, the mainstream media isn't going to promote it because they flaunted their big anime titties pretty well. Yeah. So again, as long as the PC version isn't the Western version isn't censored. Now, I'm already worried because it came out on the piss poor as well, so it probably did get censored from what they intended to make. But as long as it's not butchered any further on the PC, especially in the West, I'll give it a shot. But this is current year after all. You can't trust these companies. That's right, there's the South Park episode for that, the ninja episode. Yeah, fucking Butters is on stage with a ninja star in his eye, and then Carmen walks on stage naked, and that's what everyone freaks out about. Yep, that's Murica to a T right there. Oh, Vincent Veritas, like another 2. Love this character design. Well, I'm glad you do, man. You're going to be seeing a whole lot more of it. Shitload more pages. Haha. Okay, let me see. Oh, God, it's been like 2.5 hours now. Shit, I'm going to have to Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I missed anything, and then gonna have to find somewhere to send y'all. Alrighty, refresh again. Cool, I think I'm caught up. Good, good, good. Who be streaming? I mean, fucking Shadman of all people was streaming right now. Yeah, that was a surprise. But yeah, Vincent's over here. Does that mean he's not? Oh, Vincent's dropping chats while he's on his own stream. All right, so I'm probably going to be calling it here. So, was it Newslock Nate? Thank you for the 5. Wait a while for the mods, I guess. Yeah, that's true too, actually. They're eventually going to have nude mods, so we're going to have that too. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Could you explain why Cher has 2 different eyes, or would that be delving into spoilers? No. Well, I think I mentioned earlier, it's kind of a sign of her demonic pact, but her 2 different colored eyes are actually explained in the first book. So you're not going to have to wait very long to see that. You guys are going to love it, I'm sure.